Every story is a door. You came here because there's a door calling your name. The orb sees everything. It knows what you need. It has chosen. I only retell. Real or fiction? I won't say. You only need to find meaning for yourself. Listen. Welcome, seeker of hidden truths. Tonight, the orb glows with an ancient tale from the kingdom of Mysore. A tale that asks you a dangerous question. If everything you own, everything you have built, everyone you love will disappear when you die, then what is real? What remains when titles are gone? When wealth turns to dust? When even your name is forgotten? The orb shows me a young king, Vikramaditya, who dared to ask this question and paid a terrible price for the answer. But what he found behind a door sealed for 300 years changed everything. Listen carefully, for this is not just his story. It is yours. In the ancient kingdom of Mysore, there lived a king named Vikramaditya. He was 25 years old, strong, wise, beloved by his people. His palace gleamed with gold. His treasury overflowed with jewels. His queen, Chandrika, was the most beautiful woman in 7 kingdoms. Vikramaditya had everything a man could desire: power, wealth, love. A kingdom that prospered under his rule. But one night, the king woke from his sleep, covered in cold sweat. A question burned in his mind like a fever that would not break. He whispered into the darkness, "If all of this, the crown, the gold, my beloved queen, if all of it will vanish when I die, then what is truly mine? What is real?" This question would destroy his world and set him free. The king summoned every sage, every scholar, every holy man in his kingdom. "Answer my question," he demanded. "What is real? What remains when everything is gone?" The wise men spoke of gods, of karma, of dharma. But none could satisfy the fire in Vikramaditya's heart. Then an old servant approached the throne. His name was Devarpa, 90 years old. He had served 3 generations of kings. "Maharaja," the old man spoke slowly, "there is a door in the east wing of this palace. It has been sealed for 300 years. No one knows what lies behind it. But there is an ancient saying, the truth you seek waits in that room." The king's eyes lit up. "Then I shall open it." The old man's face turned pale. "Maharaja, there is a curse. Whoever opens that door will lose their most precious possession." Vikramaditya stood silent, then spoke. "If finding the truth costs me everything, then perhaps everything I have was never truly mine. The next morning, Vikramaditya broke the ancient seal. The door, covered in centuries of dust, creaked open. Inside was only darkness. He could not yet see what waited within. That night, Queen Chandrika fell ill with a sudden fever. By dawn, she was gone. Vikramaditya held her cold hand and understood. The curse had begun, but he did not turn back. Within 1 month, enemy armies crossed his borders. His generals betrayed him. His treasury was looted. He lost his throne, his palace, his kingdom. The great King Vikramaditya became a wanderer, a beggar with no home. People who saw him whispered, "There goes the mad king who destroyed himself for a door." When they asked what he found inside, he only smiled. "I am still searching." For 10 years, Vikramaditya wandered the land. He slept under trees, begged for food, wore rags instead of silk. His body grew thin. His hair turned grey. But something strange happened. With each thing he lost, he felt lighter. Without his crown, he could walk among common people. Without his wealth, he learned what true generosity meant. Without his queen, he discovered a love that needed no object. He was no longer the king. He was no longer the husband. He was no longer the rich man. All the labels, all the titles, all the identities fell away. And beneath them all, something remained. Something that could not be taken. Something that could not die. After 10 years, Vikramaditya knew it was time. Time to return and finally enter that room. The palace now lay in ruins. Vines covered the walls. Birds nested in the throne room. But the door in the east wing remained. Vikramaditya, now an old man with nothing, he stepped inside. The room was empty. No treasure, no ancient text, no magical artifact. Just 4 walls and a single mirror covered in dust. He walked to the mirror and wiped it clean. An old face stared back. Wrinkled, thin, hair white as snow. But the eyes held something they never had before. Peace. Complete, unshakable peace. And suddenly, Vikramaditya laughed. A laugh that echoed through the empty palace. He understood. The room was never empty. It held the most precious thing in existence. Himself. Not the king. Not the husband. Not the roles he played. But the one who remained after everything else was gone. This was the truth he sought. This was freedom. And so, seeker, the tale ends. But your journey is just beginning. What was the sealed door? It was the truth about himself that Vikramaditya was afraid to face. We all have this door. We fear that without our jobs, our money, our relationships, we are nothing. But Vikramaditya discovered the opposite. Only when he lost everything that was not him did he find what he truly was. You do not need to lose everything like this, king. But you must ask his question. Strip away every role, every title, every possession. What remains? That is your sealed door. That is your mirror. And when you find the courage to look, you will see what Vikramaditya saw. Not emptiness, but everything. Until next time, seeker. The orb grows dim, but the truth never fades.